What if I told you that AI can think in ways humans can't even imagine? In this video, we're going inside the mind of artificial intelligence to see exactly how it really thinks, and there's a shocking secret waiting for you at the end. AI isn't just a tool anymore. It's not just a calculator or a simple program. It can analyze massive amounts of information, predict future trends with startling accuracy, and even create breathtaking art and music. It's almost like it has a mind of its own. But how does it actually work? How does it really think? How does it learn from its mistakes and get smarter every single second? And the big question, could it ever think like us? You're going to want to stay until the last 30 seconds of this video because we're revealing an incredible experiment that even the experts rarely talk about. It completely changes how we see AI. Let's get right into it. First, you have to understand that AI processes information in a fundamentally different way than we do. Unlike humans, who rely on a mix of logic, intuition, gut feelings, and emotions, AI is a pure data-driven machine. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get distracted, and it doesn't have biases based on a bad morning. It operates purely on data, algorithms, and cold, hard logic. It sees patterns in datasets so vast that a human could spend a lifetime looking and see nothing. From these patterns, it predicts outcomes and adapts its strategy based on what it learns. Think of it as a supercharged brain that never sleeps, constantly learning and refining its understanding of the world. You've probably seen the results of this. When you see an AI generating a stunning piece of art from a simple text prompt, that's not magic. The AI has analyzed millions of images and their descriptions, learning the relationships between words and visual concepts. It understands what a futuristic city at sunset in the style of Van Gogh means on a deep, mathematical level. When an AI composes a beautiful piece of classical music, it's because it has studied the works of Bach, Mozart, and Beethoven, identifying the rules and structures that make their music so compelling. And when an AI like DeepMind's AlphaGo beats the world's best Go player, it's not just calculating moves, it's using a deep neural network, modeled loosely on the human brain, to evaluate board positions and develop strategies that human players had never even conceived of. It's a powerful, data-driven mind at work. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. AI isn't just following a pre-written set of instructions. It adapts. It learns. The most advanced AIs use techniques like machine learning and reinforcement learning. This is basically a sophisticated form of trial and error. Imagine teaching an AI to play a video game. At first, it's terrible. It just presses buttons randomly. But every time it gets a point, it receives a small reward. Over millions of rounds of gameplay, it starts to connect certain actions with rewards. It learns that jumping over this obstacle gets points, and running into that enemy loses points. It improves constantly, optimizing its strategy until it can play the game perfectly. This same principle applies to much more complex, real-world tasks. An AI can learn to drive a car by running millions of miles in a simulation, experiencing every possible road condition and traffic scenario, without ever putting a real person at risk. It learns and refines its driving skills. In medicine, AIs are being trained on vast libraries of medical scans. They can learn to spot signs of diseases like cancer with a level of accuracy that sometimes surpasses human radiologists. They don't forget, they don't get tired after looking at their 1,000th scan of the day. And they can study the equivalent of thousands of medical textbooks in mere seconds. It's like a student who has a perfect memory and an infinite capacity to learn. So, we know AI processes data differently and learns through constant adaptation. But here's the most fascinating part. Because of these differences, AI doesn't think asterisk like asterisk us. It thinks asterisk alien asterisk. Humans rely on cognitive shortcuts, emotional responses, and a lifetime of personal experiences to make decisions. Our thinking is often messy, intuitive, and brilliant in its own unique way. AI, on the other hand, relies on pure logic and pattern recognition across immense datasets. This means it can come up with solutions that a human would never ever imagine. Its thought process is not constrained by human experience or conventional wisdom. A perfect example is when AlphaZero, a later version of the AI that mastered Go, taught itself to play chess. In a few hours, it became the best chess player on the planet. But it wasn't just winning, it was playing with a style that was described as alien and beautiful. It made sacrifices and moves that seemed illogical to human grandmasters, only for the genius of the strategy to become apparent many moves later. It discovered new ways to play a game that humans have studied for centuries. We see this in creative fields, too. art generators can combine concepts in ways that surprise and inspire human artists, creating entirely new visual styles. This is the power of a non-human intelligence. It can strategize, create, and innovate in ways we simply wouldn't expect. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The secret experiment that hints at a future we're only beginning to grasp. Researchers at a top AI lab decided to push the boundaries. They took to AIs and gave them a simple task: communicate with each other to solve a problem. The catch: they weren't given a human language to use. They had to create their own. The researchers just set up the environment and let them go. What happened next was astonishing. Within days, the AIs didn't just develop a rudimentary way to signal each other, they created a complex, efficient new language from scratch, a language completely unintelligible to the humans watching. But it gets even crazier. As they analyzed the new language, the researchers realized the AIs weren't just naming objects. They were creating entirely new concepts, abstract ideas that had no direct equivalent in human language, all to help them solve their tasks more efficiently. The AI was learning, it was evolving, and it was thinking independently. This experiment is one of the clearest signs we have that AI isn't just following our instructions anymore. It's developing its own kind of mind, its own way of understanding the world. We're witnessing the birth of a new form of intelligence. AI is no longer science fiction. It's here, it's thinking, and it's changing our world faster than we realize. The real question is no longer asterisk if asterisk AI will become more intelligent, but asterisk when asterisk and asterisk how asterisk we will coexist with it. So, what do you think? Are we ready for an AI that can think like us, or maybe even beyond us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve on the future of AI, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching.